Hello, Grid for Gaia tribe. How are you? It's Anahata. Good morning. And I am recording here from beautiful Southwest Florida in my front yard. I wanted to welcome you all to the land beyond this dimension. I'm gonna take some footage of my yard and various places where elementals live. Now, of course, elementals are in a higher dimensional plane. We often can't see them with our eyes, keeping in mind that we can only see about 1% of the entire color spectrum, let alone other dimensional energies that we aren't aware of. However, as I take you through my garden, I want you to try to tap into the purity and the essence of the foliage and the trees and the plants and the flora that I'm going to show you, so that you can elevate into this place where there are spirit beings of light. And this is the spirit world of elementals, and this is just nature spirits. This is fairies and elves and things like that. Wow, the shadows moving across. Wow. Okay, so they're already gearing up for this experience. And the reason why I am doing this morning is because one, it's they love the soft light of the morning. It's not intense yet. Also, there's a lot of cloud cover right now, which is beautiful. These are joyous creatures who are here to tend to... Okay, sorry, there was a low connection available. We'll just have to deal with it. But these spirit animals, not animals, I keep saying animals, they tend to the animals of our earth, as well as the plants and the fauna, the flora and fauna. Hi, Mary. And so my neighbor is just opening her gate. So anyway, today in Grid for Gaia, I am going to be teaching you how to connect with nature spirits, sprites, mermaids, fairies, that higher dimensional energy that is tending to the earth, because you can join with them in gridding your property, your geography, the area that you live in, for highest good. And I'm teaching you how to do that in today's Grid for Gaia class, knowing that if you go to www.gridforgaia.com, you can join the Masterclass Series at any time. It's a 5-week series. You can learn more about it at that URL. I'll put the link here in the thread. But the point is, you will have access to all of the courses on demand as well as in replay. So just keep that in mind. If you ever want to jump in and learn about a subject, you will have a all access pass to all future recordings. And so today it's exciting because okay, connection available. Sorry, I have to move around. My connection is not stable. Beautiful birds. All right, so the point, yes, let's get back to the point. I'm getting distracted by the nature, is that I can help you connect with the elementals in order to bring about transformation to your space, to someone else's space, to the globe for highest good. So these beings want to assist. Their job and their joy is to grid the earth. That's what they're doing with earth, wind, fire, water, ether, their specialty. And so when you reach out and work with them in the ways that I teach you in the Grid for Gaia class, you can bring about new dimensional energies and anchor in the new world faster. And so let me just take you on a tour of my yard, and you can celebrate this beautiful energy that's around us, and then we will head out. Hi Sue, hi Kaya, hi Regina, love you all. So here we go. I'm gonna just take you on a little tour. There's portals. You can ask the elementals to assist you in the landscaping of your yard. Universes of amazing, beautiful places. Looks like a nice little fairy bed. Head out over here, see some more places. Ooh, look how sweet that moss is there. And so as we are transforming into higher dimensions, oh yes, the bird landed right above our heads, which is a sign. Can we see him? No. As we're elevating into higher dimensions, these higher dimensional beings want to work with us, and they're waiting for us. So all we need to do is reach out to them. Offerings are good. They can take the energy of our offering and use it in this dimension. And there really is a united desire to assist the planet. They want Gaia to be restored, and so they will assist you. Now, they will also do it in a joyous, fun way. There's a little lizard back there. So don't be surprised if when you invite them to work with you, you'll have various interesting, funny things happen. These are joyous beings. You can also seek to work with them through music and dance and movement and color and beautiful. Isn't this beautiful? All right, I think I'm about ready. There's a nice little bathing spot, pool. Ooh, this could be a fun little slide. All right, guys who have joined me, I am just taking a tour of my garden, my front yard, basically, to explain to you that we can tap into higher dimensional realities to work with elementals and natures, and they can help you in your grid work. Okay, so that's what this group is all about, Grid for Gaia, to bring about transformation to the planet. And when you ask elementals to assist you, you will have beautiful energies in your garden as well. And anyway, just wanted you to be able to tap into this beautiful energy. And let's see, one more spot and then we'll go over here into my heart. So happy that you did, and they will transform the landscape. And the energy they bring is so beautiful too. Again, as I said, they love to laugh, they love to dance and play. What it comes down to. This is interesting. Isn't this pretty? And so again, today, here's some bamboo. Tap into that abundance. And I think think we'll end with the plumeria over here. Lots to work with. Ooh, beautiful bee. Bumblebee. Hello. You want to come on camera? Oh, you just flew away. Plumeria. Awesome. Okay guys, I'm going to end the broadcast, but if you want to join the class, as I said, gridforgaia.com. There are, you will have access to the archives immediately, but today is the day that we do working with elementals, and so it is a fun class for sure, as you remember how to connect with this higher dimensional energy. Wow, there's about, I don't know, 7 or 8 big bumblebees here. I'm gonna look up the bumblebee totem. There's some. Boy, I would say there's probably 8 or 9 really huge bumblebees in this, oh no, more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy cow, this is amazing, guys. Oh, they're so pretty. They, now bumblebees can't fly, you know this, right? They levitate. He almost looks like he is a fairy himself. We just can't see that he's a fairy. As I said, these elementals are in a different dimension, so we can't sense it, just like, well, we can sense it. We can't see it. Our eyes can only see 1% of the spectrum of, wow, he's really getting in there, of the color spectrum, and so we can't see into other dimensions all the time, but you can through grid work and intention and your heart portal and working with elementals and anchoring in higher dimensional energies, and of course going through stargates, pulling through information, upgrading the planet, and these could just be fairies. Because I've never seen so many bumblebees in this bush ever. It's interesting to me. So the whole thing is like alive with them. There's a million of them in there. So cool. All right, guys. I hope you can join me. Hi, Lynn. Yes, it is so beautiful, isn't it? Let's see if we can go close on this one. My dogs are barking now. They're like, hey. Oh, they're so pretty. So as I was gonna say though, real quick, and I'm so sorry, I'm really scatterbrained this morning because my energy's not grounded in Gaia. I'm like in a higher dimensional realm this morning, and so I'm feeling pretty high vibes. So anyway, bumblebees, they do not fly. They can't fly scientifically. So what they're doing is they're levitating. So this is also what we go into during the Grid for Gaia Masterclass Series, is ancient ways to defy gravity, because that's what we are as grid alchemists. We change the energy, we change the manifestation of the mass. We work with earth, wind, fire, water, air. Oh my gosh, you're so pretty and huge. And he's levitating. He's not flying. Here we go. That one's a good one. Let's look at you. And I really like this type of energy because it reminds me that all things are possible. You know, you're not, we are in this world, the Newtonian 3D world, where we're told that, you know, this behaves this way and only this way, and there's so much more beyond the senses, and it's helpful to remember that we are only perceiving of 0.01% of all things. We have limited sight, sound, touch, smell. Our senses are really limited, and so when we can open up our perception to higher realities and dimensions, we can anchor that in and ascend the planet faster. It's really important grid work. And so this bee to me is symbolic of higher realms, of unlimited potentiality. And it's so cool that there's like 20 of them in this tree, in this bush. So I'm going to be quiet now and let us enjoy this energy, soak that in. Join gridforgaia.com anytime. You will have access to the replays and all the future courses as we evolve and progress the class material, the subjects. You can find out about all of the subjects at grid4gaia, which is a number 4.com. I will put the link in this thread. Thank you, and I again apologize for my scatteredness. I am in a higher dimensional plane at the moment. And it's okay. I'm gonna just own it and enjoy these energies, and then focus in and ground and teach my class. Hopefully you will join me, and I love you all. I'm going to be quiet now. Jamie's been working with totem animals, but it seems many of them give me fear. Hi Jamie, what do you think about that? So no one gives you fear. Fear is a choice, and fear is often rooted in quite confusing belief patterns and energetic structures from the past. So Jamie, it's really just triggering fearful responses. It's not giving you fear. So when you say someone or something is giving you fear, you are taking a victim stance. And I'm not saying you're right or wrong. This is just the energy, the energetics of it. And so when you can reframe that into, I'm choosing fear, you know, this is empowerment. This is knowing that you can then do something about it. And so yes, you may very well have a quite complex weaving of fear-based responses that have become default programs. This gets into the way our mind orchestrates our biology, and the way the thoughts we keep thinking release chemicals which then trigger emotional responses, and often 95% of the time it's on default. So we're not even consciously thinking about these responses. And so the first step is consciousness. So that's really something to be celebrated, is one, that you are consciously aware of this is happening. And totem animals can trigger a lot of fear because of the paradigms that we were given as children and through religion to snap out of, you know, our connection to these higher dimensions, and they were labeled as evil, right? They're dangerous, right? All in an attempt to keep you veiled and in fear. And so you really just have to look at the apex, the truth of what it is you're perceiving. Is it rooted in fear or love? If it's in love, then you are aligned with source. If it is fear-based, then it is illusion, it is discordant, it's not for highest good, it's not wrong. So that's the first thing. You know, don't be tempted to send it to shadow. Don't be tempted to say, I'm fearful, so therefore I'm wrong. It is just what it is. So detach yourself to become an observer. Hello. That bee almost wanted to come say hi to us. Really, I encourage you to join Grid for Gaia, because the entire first, well, not the entire, but partial of the first class, we go into shadow integration and block removal. And this is all about taking a look at our chronic thoughts, emotional responses due to those thoughts, and how we are triggered into our default programs and playing these fear-based responses, and really just taking a look at what are the roots of those fears. And when you shed conscious light onto it, you actually transform the energy. And this is alchemy. Transform the energy and change the manifestation of the mass. You will have less and less triggers as you work through consciously understanding where these thought patterns came from, in order to integrate them and to not think of them as quote-unquote bad. When you do this, you'll send things to what's called shadow, which I teach you about, which actually pulls. Shadows are confusing because through your suppression and denial and disowning, that energy doesn't actually go away, you're just denying it. And so what happens is you build up a lot of triggers to certain events, and then you'll come into contact with those scenarios, in your case coming into contact with totem animals, and then suddenly you're fearful. But beyond that, Jamie, spiders are the worst, are your worst. Okay, so spiders, yeah, dealing with spiders, you can go in and heal that inner child, the inner child that has built up an automatic response that's very real, right? When you think of spiders, when you see spiders, you get triggered. You have an actual response, a fearful response. So again, I can't really heal you at this second beyond telling you anchor in the now, and get assisting frequencies to block removal. And when you can dive into this conscious awareness of the repetitive patterns in your life that don't serve, it changes the energy and diffuses the situation, and then suddenly you have no more triggers, and that means you have full power in your response, and you no longer have these phobias or these fears. But beyond that, I want to just let you know that totem animals, wow, there's so many in this tree, it's so beautiful. We're watching bees, by the way, guys, and they are defying gravity, but I also believe they're fairies in a different dimension. I know that sounds odd, but hey, we can't perceive of the higher dimensional energies with using our senses, and so that means things appear differently than they can be elsewhere in this dimension. But real quick before we go, I wanted to just say, Jamie, that oh, I'm so glad, Jamie, you watch all the time and you help me. I just joined your new group last night. It's exactly what I need. I'm working so hard on my shadow and all my suppressed thoughts, memories. Yeah, and so, hey, babe, even just that, don't work hard. It's not something to work hard about. And that's so cool, isn't it? When you get to relax into knowing that it's actually already perfect. And really letting go and surrendering, and your natural set point is so much higher than any type of resistance or work against the flow that could ever be done. And so I am going to be talking about that soon. Actually, it's going to be tomorrow when I'm talking about cycles and honoring cycles. And we are in such a hyper masculine world where we're focused on do to get anything done, and we've all but forgotten about the gifts of feminine, where we come from a place of inspired action versus, see, look at that. That is, I'm sorry, that is a fairy. That is not the way bees usually fly. And so we're getting into dimensional energies here, levitation and beyond. Back to the totem, and then I'll let you go. Guys, I'm hosting, today is all about working with elementals, so head on over to gridforgaia.com. With the totem animals, Jamie, if it's a physical fear, right, you have these thoughts and these chemical responses due to those thought patterns. Those can be remedied through consciousness and anchoring in the now very, very easily. Very easily, because really we are only suffering our past thoughts and our anxiety of the future. And when you can anchor in the now and not choose those patterns that don't serve, you're free. And so again, it's nothing you have to work hard for, because it's your natural state. Empowerment. Not framing it as something causing your fear. You call the shots in always. So I'm gonna go to my Valencia orange tree, and we will tune out here. Look at these oranges. Oh, right now they're green, but they're gonna be orange. So exciting, and there's so many of them. I'm excited about this harvest. So I hope you will join me at gridforgaia.com for today. Hi, Andrea. And Jamie, I'm so glad you joined the group there. And so I'm going to let you all go. Love you so much. We'll talk to you soon. The sun is getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and so the elementals are harder to connect to in the hotness of the bright, full light. They like the in-between, and I think that's indicative of the dimensional energies you have to kind of align with. You ease into new spaces of time and reality through that kind of mist of in-between, right? Of twilight, of day, of dusk, dawn and dusk. Anyway, love to you all. We will see you over at Grid for Gaia. And again, thanks for being with me today, even though I was somewhat out there. All right, guys. I'm glad we got those fairies on camera too. God bless. Bye-bye.